Okay, I'm inside the Apple Vision Pro once again. So I'm trying to learn music by myself. For example, I have a bit of musical background, but currently what I have is this MIDI controller. It's a Akai Mini MPK 4, I believe. It's connected into my Mac Mini, and so I'm wearing my Apple Vision Pro, and I have this MIDI that I can play, and it's quite interactive. I'm using the Mac Virtual Display, and I have some app like this C-ARP. It's a C-ARP app on the Vision Pro, and I have this some musical notes, and I have like normal notes here that I can quickly jump into, and I can start typing. So these are Vision Pro apps, right? I kind of immerse myself in it, and the one in front of me is just the Mac Mini display, ultra wide. So I have VMPK virtual MIDI piano keyboard, and I have a bunch of instruments that I can pick, and there's also like channel, and this is Koala Sampler app with the latest MIDI samples capability, so I can actually set up so that this Koala app play the virtual MIDI keyboard, and I get the sound that I want. Okay, so it's pretty interesting, pretty advanced. Save as. Let's try. This is test demo. I will just start again, actually, new. So this is there's a sample sequence perform. Start with a sample. Normally what happens is you record your sound using iPad or iPhone. My Mac Mini doesn't have microphone, but in this case I just want to use the MIDI. So I go to samples, and under more there's a MIDI out that I can drag into. So this is how Koala Sampler can MIDI out and talk to other instrumental app, right? So by default, it's actually, if you have multiple instrument apps, it will send signal to all the apps at once. So if I edit it, and let's set this to VMPK input, it should actually show something here. Oh, if I change it to channel 2, by default I will just use channel 1. So it's playing acoustic grand piano. Let's try again. Second one, VMPK input, I will use channel 2. For channel number 2, I will change it to different sound. String. So I can start actually by creating a sequence. Let's try recording. Pick that channel. Okay, we can select this piano and then click on this guy. So we have all this choice of chromatic, what is it called? Let's try pentatonic anyway. Can delete that, start again. You can start doing it this way and layering sounds basically. If I pick here and pick this one, so that's kind of interesting, right? It's quite powerful. Um, let me try if I can actually use the keyboard. So my keyboard, if I select this, so my keyboard is only goes from this to, so it's like 2 octave. It's 2 octave, and I have this, okay, the MIDI controller here, and I can just play like a chord. Let's start with a melody first. For example, I use piano. The bar here that I use mouse. Ideally, I want to use iPad, but anyway, I am using mouse. It's on Mac OS. That's pentatonic. I can change to chromatic. So I can play it that way, like for example, just randomly create melody. Now on top of this, I can start to make like a chord. I don't need to record all the time. I can get rid of the recorder. If this is too loud, I believe we can reduce the volume. So now with my musical ability, I know some chords that I memorized, but I don't know how to build chord from melody, right? I don't know. I think this app can help with the with the with the name of the chord, and I can test this whether which melody to press. But anyway, if I'm just using my feeling and try to put the chord in, so this melody feels a little bit dark, right? So probably I'm not really familiar with that chord. Maybe I should have used pentatonic. Let's go back to this one piano. So that seems like a brighter sounds. So really, I'm not exactly sure how to build the from melody to chord. I can try pressing like a. But at least in this case, I could kind of try different version, right? So that's kind of sounds right, even though that's only one of possibilities. So anyway, let's try. Okay, let's go to VMPK output. Let's try channel number 3. Now I go to adding another channel. Let's try. I don't know. I just want to have like a like a wooden sound. Dragging it to a new page. Right. Even though it's kind of boring, but I'm layering sounds, right? So let's try. I quite like this kind of method of working the music. Yeah. Okay, grand piano. I can try. Steel drum. Let's save this. Koala FMPK cool. Save it on iCloud. Save. So as soon as I select that during in sample, so I could bring in my own sound here, but I don't have, like I said, I don't have microphone on my Mac Mini. Maybe I can pipe in the sound from iPhone or from Vision Pro. I don't know. I should be able to use the microphone from Vision Pro. Yeah, maybe. That's no, I don't have. But I'm recording at the moment, recording this sound. Okay. Just the, or is that the string? think the this percussion sounds pretty alright, but the string and piano sounds kind of a little bit boring-ish. So now it sounded a little bit better, right? Because I use different sound and it's, I don't know, it's, yeah, and I can make this double up the bar and start to play around with this. Maybe enough of bird tweeting. So yeah, but yeah, that's what I have so far. I could add more melody or chord, whatever, if I want to use different app instrument on top of that. So I go a little bit crazy now, adding a kind of alien sound back to sample. Here I want to change this to Relic Wave. Yeah, now we have these alien sounds coming in. This one is probably a little bit loud. So yeah, so that's what I have so far. It feels like somewhere in the jungles, in the aliens planets. But you can see, yeah, the latest edition of Koala Sampler with the MIDI out is really powerful, especially in this type of workflow. So I'm currently stuck in the there's a Mac Mini and the desktop. I know it's nice to be able to do this, and I can keep adding layers. Would be nice if it's actually just the Apple Vision Pro app, which is kind of working. It can work, but just my MIDI Akai instrument over here, it's cannot easily plug into the Apple Vision Pro unless you, I think maybe if you buy the additional developer device, you can plug USB-C directly into the Apple Vision Pro. So the workflow ideally should be maybe the iPad if you want to be truly portable. So this Relic Wave, I really like this app. It's got a lot of really weird sound. So if I go like if I go crazy, like try different keyboard here. I want to go. Let's stop that. I want to bring this to the next one. Sometimes, oh, it's not easy to drag. I should be able to drag to the other side. There we go. Making this double up the bars actually give you ability to add some patterns that's it's not like repeatable. I mean, it's repeated, but it's not very boring because it's repeating the same thing. So yeah. I feel like the repeating patterns starting to sound a little bit like if you are playing game like Final Fantasy and you are in a new place and then like a new village and then you're entering the new village and then you get this type of sound. It's repeat. There must be a technique so that it's like repeating, but it's not repeating, and then it goes to multiple stage and then back. So it's like looping sound, but it's not. It's a little bit like if you're outdoor in the nature. It's you can call it like a boring sound, but it's natural. After a while, it's just become like a noise, just for the mood, I guess. So yeah, that's my quick explorations of Koala Sampler app inside macOS. It's not. I mean, I could mix this because I'm recording. I could mix the sound with all of this, which is but the one thing is that the Vision Pro will not read the MIDI controller straight away. I could have another Koala app and another instrument apps all around me, like totally immerse myself in it. You might notice in Apple Vision Pro, the sound is actually spatial, right? You can have piano here, it sounds like piano coming from over there. You can have different instrument, it's coming from over there, from all over the place. So I think that's really the power of the Vision Pro. As for now, it's actually remixing everything. You can bring everything into Vision Pro basically, and you have like interact UI that's spatial in 3D. And yeah, so far, because Mac OS, I cannot control Mac OS using Apple Vision Pro yet. I can use the mouse, I can use keyboard, and then the MIDI controller. But yeah, so hopefully this kind of useful and inspiring. If you have the Vision Pro, or even if you don't have Vision Pro, you can still do this on your Mac, which is really powerful. So you definitely need a MIDI controller, and a couple of musical apps. This one, Virtual MIDI Piano Keyboard, is actually free. This one, Relic Waves, I pay. It's just $5 or something. Yeah, hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.